If you are one of millions of people who are suffering from poor sleep, or you have health issues caused by poor sleep, the 9 experts in this video will explain what's causing your sleep problems, why it's so critical to consistently get good sleep, and they will provide you with their proven methods to easily and naturally sleep better. In this video, I'll also tell you what I did to fix my sleep issues, and which sleep hacks didn't work for me and probably won't work for you. And if you stick around until the end, I'll provide an easy, step-by-step plan so you can start getting a better sleep tonight. Like with all my videos, to ensure they are the most complete and accurate, I've taken the information from over 10 of the top sleep videos, over a dozen articles, recent studies, plus the methods, tips, and advice from many experts, and I packed it all into this one video. I've also used my experience of being in the health and fitness industry for over 20 years to filter out all the useless fads, gimmicks, and BS sleep hacks that just don't work. Guys, getting good sleep should be your number one goal. Many experts even say that getting regular good sleep is more important for your overall health than your diet and exercise. So, let's get started and see what else they have to say. First, you need to understand why sleep matters. Good sleep is a biological necessity for your entire body and your mind. Getting better sleep could help you burn fat, build muscle, boost your brain power, support hormone balance, improve your relationships, and even extend your life. Not getting good sleep can lead to many physical and mental health issues. Often, many of the health issues that people are having are actually related or rooted in poor sleep. Even one bad night of sleep raises cortisol, it messes with your hormones, affects your mental health, kills your energy, and it slows your metabolism. That's right. Did you know that trying to lose weight is harder if you don't sleep properly? Chronic poor sleep can even mimic being drunk. Seriously. In terms of focus and decision making, some people, myself included, can barely function on poor sleep. It's like your head is in the clouds. Poor sleep can cause you to make critical mistakes at work, and it can even cause car accidents or other serious accidents. People with poor sleep also tend to have bad food cravings, are more prone to addiction, they have less discipline, less drive, and less motivation, and they also have a harder time controlling their urges. Poor sleep can even affect the people around you since it affects your mood, your temper, and your work. So how do you get a better sleep every night? Well, let's see what the experts have to say. Master your morning routine. Most people don't realize this, but many experts say that getting a great night's sleep actually starts in the morning when you wake up. Get morning sunlight and movement. Andrew Huberman highly recommends that you get 15 to 30 minutes of sunlight in your eyes within 1 hour of waking up. Within 20 minutes is even better. This can reset your internal clock and your circadian rhythm. It stops melatonin production, and it even energizes you. Adding light movement or exercise, like short walks, stretching, or yoga will amplify the effect. Wake up time. Experts say this is non-negotiable. You must wake up at the same time every day, even on the weekends. That's right, there's no sleeping in if you want a great sleep. You see, this locks in your circadian rhythm and it improves melatonin production at night. The 3:15s routine. As soon as you wake up, try the 3:15s routine. 15 deep breaths to ground yourself, 15 ounces of water to rehydrate, and 15 minutes of sunlight. One of our experts says this is a game changer. Bonus tip. Add 1/4 to 1/2 teaspoon of mineral salt to your water in the morning. Many experts, myself included, swear by it. The next one that you might not like to hear, but there is research behind it, so listen up, and it can make a huge difference. Experts say, do not drink caffeine within the first 90 minutes of waking. So, without getting deep into the science of why and how this works, just know that caffeine affects adenosine and cortisol in the morning, which can then affect your ability to sleep later at night. I will sometimes drink decaffeinated coffee in the morning if I have the urge for a coffee, but I always wait 90 minutes before consuming any caffeine. Number 2, eat, drink, and sleep smarter. We just talked about the stimulant caffeine in the morning, but what about caffeine later in the day or even at night? Experts say that you should avoid caffeine after 2 p.m. or even by noon if you're sensitive to it. Caffeine can stay in your system for up to 10 hours, which can negatively affect your ability to sleep. Alcohol equals fake sleep. Some people think that alcohol puts you to sleep and makes you sleep better. But although it might help you fall asleep, alcohol actually ruins REM sleep and deep sleep. If you drink alcoholic beverages, you need to stop drinking them at least 4 hours before you go to bed. Or even better, skip it entirely, since experts like Andrew Huberman say that even one drink can start to negatively affect your brain almost instantly. C. Timing your meals. It is important that you avoid large meals 3 to 4 hours before you go to bed. Some experts say that spicy, fatty foods are the worst and that they can mess with your gut and raise your body temperature, which can then affect your sleep. Now here's the interesting part. There is a disagreement between the experts on what types of food you should be eating. Some experts say that carbs will actually help you sleep because they digest faster than high-fat and high-protein foods. Most experts do agree that having absolutely no food in your stomach will help you sleep better. But the same experts that agree that you should be eating carbs say that if you're going to eat in the evening, light snacks like fruit and veggies are recommended. However, there are other experts that say low-carb diets and protein-based snacks at night are better. These experts say that carbs will give you energy and can spike your insulin and your blood sugar, which can then increase cortisol, and it can make you wake up at night to pee, which will disrupt your sleep. I've tried both, and for me, low-carb diets greatly improved my sleep, and I've heard this from many others. I find that eating a higher fat and high protein meal 4 to 5 hours before bed gives me the best sleep. For me, snacking on chips or carbs close to bed will disrupt my sleep. This is one of those confusing things that you need to experiment with to find out which method actually works best for you. My recommendation is that you try both and you track your results. Start by trying lighter carbs in the evening and see how that works for you. Then try a couple weeks on a very low carb or keto diet, which many people say gives them better sleep. Regardless of your preferred diet, just stop eating 3 hours before you go to bed. If you're finding this video helpful so far, there is a lot more to come. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and check out my other videos on low carb and keto diets. I'll put the link in the description. Liquid timing. Waking up to pee can really affect your sleep quality, and this is a problem for millions of people. One of the main reasons for waking up to pee is drinking too much fluid before you go to bed. The simple fix is to reduce liquid intake about 2 hours before you go to bed. If waking up to pee is affecting your sleep quality, don't worry, I've got a video that covers all the expert tips on how to stop waking up at night to urinate, and I'll put the link in the description for that one too. Number 3. Create a sleep-friendly environment. Experts say your body is coolest when you sleep and that your body will naturally try to cool itself by 2 to 4 degrees to get a better sleep. So, a cooler room can actually promote melatonin and deep sleep. Keep your room between 60 and 69 degrees Fahrenheit. Now, the harder part is actually determining the right amount of blankets and clothing to keep you at that perfect temperature. One sleep expert says, do not use duvets or quilts, since they trap the heat in and they make you too hot and sometimes too sweaty. Becoming too hot can actually wake you up. You see, it's natural for your body temperature to increase just before you wake up. She recommends using 1 or more wool sheets instead, and then you experiment with your blankets and sleeping clothes to determine what keeps you at the perfect temperature all night without waking up too cold or too hot. It may take a few nights of experimenting until you get it perfect, but once you do, this can make a huge difference. One expert's tip was actually to wear socks to bed. Your socks can actually keep your feet warm while your body stays cool, and this can improve your sleep. Sleeping naked is also preferred by many people because it can actually help regulate your body temperature. One other thing, experts recommend that you avoid blowing cold air directly on you, as this can make exposed skin cold and then wake you up. Total darkness. It's important that you sleep in total darkness. That's right. Use blackout curtains or a sleep mask if you need to. You should remove all lights. This includes the little tiny lights on your phone or on your clock or on any other electronics. The slightest light is said to disrupt your sleep hormones. Quiet the noise. Total silence is best when you sleep, but earplugs or white noise from something like a fan can work wonders if you live in an area where you cannot have total silence. For some people, constant low noise can actually help the brain relax. Bedding. Guys, comfort matters when you're trying to get a great sleep. Your mattress, pillow, and blankets can play a big part in keeping you comfortable and sleeping better. Try experimenting with your pillow because a bad pillow is a common culprit for bad sleep. You should get one that is suitable for the sleeping position that you're in the most. A tip that I heard from an expert is that some people swear by weighted blankets, but I personally hated them. I tried one out for 3 days and that's all I could tolerate. This is something that you can try out and see for yourself whether it works or not. Your mattress can also play a big part in your sleep, obviously, right? Well, most people know this, but plenty of people sleep on mattresses that are too hard or too soft. Some are even too old and have springs or uneven spots that make you toss and turn all night. I bought one of those mattress in a box ones, and it's been the best mattress I've ever used. The link is in the description for the one that I like. E. Sleep position. Your sleep position fits right in with your overall comfort. Back sleeping supports your alignment, but it might worsen your sleep apnea or your snoring. Side sleeping often reduces snoring, which is good, and experts say this is probably the best way to sleep for most people. Stomach sleeping is the worst for your spine, but it's okay if this helps you sleep better. F. Pets and partners. Dogs in your bed can disrupt your sleep. Don't even allow them to sleep in your room. I know you might feel bad, but trust me, your sleep and your health is more important. My dog snores, barks, whimpers, and even scratches in his sleep when he's dreaming. So now he sleeps in a separate room every night, and you know what? He doesn't seem to mind. Your partner may not want to hear this, or maybe you don't want to hear this. But if you or your partner has disrupted sleep patterns, it can affect your sleep too. You should be considering separate sleeping arrangements such as separate beds or even separate rooms if your partner's movements, loud breathing, or snoring is disrupting your sleep. Sleeping in a separate bed and getting a great night's sleep will do more for your relationship than not sleeping well and waking up tired, miserable, and moody every day. Number 4. The perfect wind-down routine. All the sleep experts say the exact same thing. You must go to bed at the same time each night. But do you know what the perfect time is for you? You should figure out your chronotype. Your natural sleep timing is partly genetic, and this may differ from many other people, so you should pay attention to your body and mind and determine when you are actually tired, and then make this your bedtime. And stop trying to stay up later, or missing your natural sleep window. Doing so might give you a second wind, which can keep you up or give you a restless sleep. Going to bed later than 1 hour can have negative effects on your growth hormone release, which is a bad thing. You should establish a consistent bedtime routine and then stick to it. This can include brushing your teeth, or doing some light reading, or even listening to some relaxing music. And you should start it at the same time every night. You should also avoid anything that involves problem solving or deep thinking. This is also the time to forget about work, politics, recent conversations, things that you need to do tomorrow, or relationship issues, or anything that stresses you out or overstimulates your brain. You should also dim the lighting and quiet things down about an hour before you go to bed. To help you forget about your busy and stressful day, try relaxing activities like walking, light yoga, or stretching, or even prayer. You also need to avoid social media and all screens. If you must be on a screen, you should block out the blue light from the screens a few hours before bed, since they can affect melatonin release. Try using night shift mode on your devices or blue blocking glasses. Put your phone on Do Not Disturb, or even better is to turn on airplane mode so that you're never disturbed by notifications or calls. And keep your phone as far away as possible, since some research now suggests that the Wi-Fi from your phone and from your router may be disrupting your sleep patterns. I also use a timer on my router that turns it off at midnight and then turns it back on at 6:30 a.m. when I wake up. You could also try guided meditation, progressive muscle relaxation, or box breathing, which can help you sleep. Some people recommend journaling your thoughts, or you can list 3 good things to promote gratitude and reduce worry. Something else you could try is a warm or a hot shower. Believe it or not, a hot shower causes your body to regulate your temperature, which actually cools you down afterwards. And this makes you sleepy and puts your body into the preferred temperature for a deeper sleep. If your mind is racing when you go to bed, try a super hot shower followed by 30 seconds of ice cold water and then back to hot again, and then get out and go to bed. What this does is it breaks the catecholamine cycle, which will help you relax your mind so that you can fall asleep faster. Number 5. Identify and fix sleep disorders. Stress and worry are like sleep killers. Yep, high evening cortisol levels from stress or foods can cause you to feel tired but wired, or they can wake you up between 1 and 4 a.m. There are plenty of people that wake up this time and they have no idea why. You must reduce emotional, nutritional, and mental stress during the day and especially 3 hours before you go to bed. Stop stressing over politics, work, money, relationships, or other things that are not in your control while you're asleep. Use stress relief tactics to de-stress before you go to bed. One expert's tactic is to have her patients schedule a time during the day to think about and deal with stress. This is the time when you think about politics or job issues or relationship problems or anything else that stresses you out. Scheduling actually prevents your brain from overthinking or racing when you go to bed because you've already dealt with the issues. And it prevents you from waking up in the middle of the night thinking about things. Naps. There is an art to taking a nap properly, and believe it or not, done properly, a nap can improve your health, productivity, and your mental state. But too little time and you get no results from your nap. Too much time, or at the wrong time of day, and a nap can make you feel groggy and can negatively affect your nighttime sleep. Many experts say not to take a nap after 3 p.m. to ensure that it doesn't affect your nighttime sleep. But napping at any time can affect some people's sleep, so some people shouldn't nap. You should pay attention or even use a log to see if napping affects your nighttime sleep. Check out my video on how to nap like a pro. I'll put the link down in the description. Health issues. Underlying health issues could actually be your problem. And if this is the case, you may need to seek the help of a doctor to diagnose the problem. There are some health issues that are known to negatively affect your sleep quality. And if you think you might have one of these, you should get them checked out by a health professional. But before you do, consider natural remedies that fix the root of the problem before you consider any medications. Number 6. Exercise. Exercise is great for many reasons, but did you know that daily movement from exercise can provide a much deeper sleep? You should aim for 20 to 60 minutes a day of any type of activity that increases your breathing and your heart rate. But you should also know, you need to avoid high-intensity workouts too close to your bedtime. Number 5. Supplements. Some supplements have been shown to improve your sleep. However, you should determine the root cause of your sleeping issues first and then add supplements to help you sleep even better. There are some supplements proven to help you sleep, and you should definitely consider some of these. I've tried all of these supplements for getting a better sleep, and for my wife and me, valerian root was one supplement that worked the best. You may not know this, but I worked in the health and fitness industry for 20 years, and figuring out what supplements and brands are actually the best and worth using was my specialty. I've researched hundreds of supplements, including sleep supplements. So to help you find the ones that actually work, I'll leave a link below for my favorites. Number 6. Track and record your results. I recommend using devices like Whoop or Oura Ring to monitor your sleep patterns. There are other sleep monitoring apps that might work as well. You should record in a journal or a notebook the things that you change or try or things that you do during your day that might be good or bad for your sleep. An example is if you drink a couple of beers or you eat just before bed, you should record how you think you slept that night and how you feel the next morning, as well as how you feel during the day. Before you continue, drop a comment below and let us know what's the biggest sleep challenge that you're facing right now, or tell us what has worked best for you. The Sleep Fix Game Plan. Before I get into the sleep game plan, I'm going to give you a very important tip. This might actually be the most important tip in this entire video. I know everyone wants immediate results or a quick fix, otherwise they give up and keep searching for easier solutions. Well, a quick fix may not be possible when it comes to sleeping better, and the chances are other easier solutions don't actually exist. To sleep better, You may need to go through the process of training your brain and body to sleep better using consistent routines and healthy habits. Think of it like training a muscle. Good sleep is a skill you can develop, and it may take a little more time than you would like, but if you want results, you have to do it. 3 to 6 weeks of consistency doing as many of the things on the game plan gives you the best results and can fix your sleep issues forever. Now that may seem like a lot, but I've got good news for you. This is the amount of time it takes to build habits, and when something becomes a habit, it becomes easier. So with all the steps in the game plan, keep at it for at least 3 weeks and it will become easier. What if you can't fall asleep? Or what if you wake up in the middle of the night and then you can't get back to sleep? Well, if these things are issues for you, I've got you covered in these next 2 videos that you can see here.